Well, we have talked a lot about Tiger Mom, the parent who pushed her kids hard to prepare for those top colleges. Well, how about preparing kids for the rigors of life and completely foregoing college if it just doesn't fit? That's what this book, Guerrilla Parenting, is all about. The authors of this book, who are also parents of 8 children, lay out their child-rearing philosophy. They're not saving for their kids to go to college and are not even pushing a college education on them for some specific reasons, which we'll get to in just a moment. Essentially, though, if kids want something, they have to go out, they have to get it on their own. Joining me now, the author of the book, David Fagan. Again, the book Guerrilla Parenting is out today. So, David, congratulations on the book. What is guerrilla parenting?
Well, it's just all about the unconventional way of, raising a kid to be self-reliant and, maybe even helping them become an entrepreneur.
So why wouldn't I save to college? I just recently had a baby, a 6-month-old. That's one of the first things that people say to me. You got to start that college fund. You got to start it now. Why should I maybe reconsider?
Well, you want to save some money for your kids. I just don't know if college is the way to go. College isn't for everyone. I love to see people making an investment in their kid. But nowadays, kids kind of expect to go to college. Parents, think that in order to be a good parent, they have to send their kids to college. And I just don't think that's the case at all. Some kids just aren't meant for that. And there are a lot of other ways to make money. And I think we've just kind of gone too far in the wrong direction. It's just kind of education, chasing more school.
Well, we could certainly understand that. You have an interesting personal story as well that took you into college and out of college. Did your parents pay for your classes when you went to school? Tell us about your own experience.
No, actually they didn't. I got a lot of my schooling reimbursed through my employer. Later on, I did some classes, even took some courses at Harvard. Never graduated from I didn't graduate from high school. I didn't graduate from University of Phoenix. I didn't graduate from any place. But I really learned how to customize my education. And that's really what I'm teaching parents. Learn about your kids. Spend time with them. Help them develop their talents. And give them opportunities and help them customize their education based on those developing talents.
It was interesting in some of the things that you've written, David, that for different children, you've put them in school sometimes, you've taken them out other times, and you haven't just had a one-size-fit-all. But, I come from the background of business news, and I was thinking about some of the unemployment rates that we see between those that graduated from college and those that don't. It's certainly higher if you don't have a college degree, and you never know when, the economy is going to take a downturn. So do you think it's, irresponsible, to use that word, to not push your kids to get into college, pay their way, because if things do take a turn, are you leaving them unprepared?
Well, I could argue it the other way, too. I mean, more than ever, people have been laid off. More than ever, people have been kind of kicked off the ship. It used to be you could kind of retire with a gold watch, but we're seeing those days, gone now. So I'm not saying, kids shouldn't be prepared for the workforce, but I'm just saying they're even better off if they don't have to depend on the workforce. And there are just a ton of things that they can do.
It's really fun to read about your kids, and this is just one part of the book, by the way, the college angle. But real quick, David, if you could, a little free advice for me and everybody else out there. If there's one thing that you've learned from being a parent of 8, what do you think is that one thing that every parent needs to know?
Well, that every kid is different, and you need to spend time with your child, and you need to really give them, opportunities. I mean, you're either going to pay now or you're going to pay later. And so it's not about, necessarily saving a lot more money. It's just about a different approach, and, and where your resources are best spent.
It's a great looking...
So,
Go ahead.
we just got to fight this whatever epidemic that's out there, and I talk a lot about that in the book. These kids going around saying whatever. I think that comes from them, having too much. And I think we also got to kind of fight the ambition battle, and I think there's some ways to do that. As parents, we get real frustrated because we see our kids very smart and very successful, but they just don't aspire to want much. And I think as parents, the most important thing you can do is put them in situations where you can let them fail and you can let them learn on their own and learn what they're really, truly capable of.
Well, a big emphasis on what it takes to be truly happy, not necessarily truly successful. Or maybe you can be both, as you point out. David, congratulations again with the book. You have a beautiful family. We showed the photo, and lots of success. We look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Thank you.